MCL 257.709 clearly states that a person shall not drive a motor vehicle if driver visibility through the rear window is obstructed unless the vehicle is equipped with two mirrors, one on each side.
That vehicle, the silver Ford Focus, 2012, had an obstructed rear window. That's dangerous. It's dangerous driving that way. It could lead to accidents. Legislature doesn't want that. In this case, that's what she had. It's a question of fact for the jury to be on.
A traffic stop is one of the most routine encounters between law enforcement and the public in the United States. Officers initiate them every day for a broken taillight, an expired plate, a missed turn signal, or a window they cannot see through. In Michigan, obstructing a driver's rear view is a traffic infraction, but the Motor Vehicle Code contains one very specific exception written directly into the statute that most people, including most officers, never think about. On December 19, 2025, Officer Chris Rayner of the Ronald Lewis Police Department saw what he believed was an obstruction. He pulled the vehicle over. What followed was a suspended license, an arrest, and drugs found inside the car. The case looked straightforward from every angle. Then the defense attorney opened the statute and read one sentence out loud. This area has seen its share of drug cases. Cassandra Irick was that driver, and standing before Judge Oakley, her attorney was about to read 4 lines from that statute out loud, but not like this one. That is where this hearing begins, and it is the kind of moment that stays with you long after it ends.
Mr. Kaplan, your appearance for the People versus Irick, please. Ms. Bridgeway?
The Defender Service E8847 on behalf of Ms. Irick. Cassandra Irick.
Thank you. Good morning. Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today. Want you to step on my ramp, have a seat.
Thank you. State your name, please.
Officer Chris Rayner, Toronto Police Department.
Rayna.
Rayner, yes, sir.
Officer Rain, good to see you. Officer Rain, how many years have you worked for the Ronald Lewis Police Department?
Be 10 years in July.
Taking it back to December 19 of last year, 2025, about 4 in the afternoon, were you working?
I was.
What were you doing at that time?
I was on patrol.
Did you have a partner or were you acting alone?
I had a partner, Officer Myson.
Are you in a marked vehicle or unmarked?
Mark,
Uniform or no uniform?
full class vehicle.
Did you have contact with a woman named Cassandra Irick?
I did.
Irick.
Yes.
Where did you have contact with Cassandra Irick?
Mr. Road, I believe, near Wood. In Ron, City of Romulus.
In what municipalities are located? You said Romulus.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Officer, what caused you to notice this person, Cassandra Irick?
The rear window of her vehicle was completely blocked, as if she wouldn't have been able to see out of it,
Is it a ticketable offense?
as far as I understand.
Do you remember where precisely you first encountered the driver of the other vehicle?
You mean like where in the city?
Yeah.
It was in the area of Inkster and Wick is what I recall.
As a result of noticing obstructed window, obstructed windshield, windows, what actions, if any, did you take?
I conducted a traffic stop.
Do you remember what type of vehicle this person was in?
I remember being a smaller sedan. I don't remember the specific make and model, unfortunately. I could look back at the report that I parked the road if needed.
Unnecessary. Do you know whether the driver was alone in the vehicle?
Sure.
Now, if you saw the driver of that vehicle again, do you think you'd recognize him?
I would.
Look around the corner and let Judge Oakley know whether you see him.
Young lady in black.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witnesses identifying the defendant.
Noted.
But what actions did you take, if any, when you made a traffic stop or initiated a traffic stop?
Right.
Did the driver decide to comply?
She did. I made contact with the driver's side of the vehicle and we discovered that her license was suspended.
What did you do when you learned the other lady's license had been suspended?
So with our policy and procedure, it's an arrestable offense. I got her out of the vehicle, placed her in handcuffs, and walked her to the back of the patrol vehicle after conducting a search on her person.
Did you conduct a search of the person?
I'll be honest, the person, I don't remember if it was myself or my partner, Officer Mahyson. I know I searched the vehicle, but I can't recall at that moment if I searched her person or if he did. One of us would have conducted a search.
Any contraband found?
Not on her person.
Did you find any contraband?
I did.
Where did you locate contraband?
It was inside of a purse, which had a couple plastic baggies in it. It was on the passenger side of the vehicle.
Any other women in the car or standing in the car?
No, sir.
Defendant offer an explanation.
Cannot recall off the top of my head.
Cassandra Irick isn't the first person to have drug charges hinge entirely on whether a traffic stop was legal. Here are 3 others who fought the same battle and what happened when they did.
Officer, what happens when you confiscate what might be controlled substances?
We collect it, we hold it with us until we take it to the station. We kind of do a, what we call processing the evidence. So we secure it, generally a manila envelope or a plastic bag. We secure it with property tape. Put it in a drop box with what's called an MSP lab sheet, which is just us asking the Michigan State Police to do an analysis of what we believe is narcotics. And then
Defendant never say to you that she had a valid prescription for the controlled substance?
not that I recall,
So what happens ultimately to this defendant?
she'll be arrested for possession of narcotics.
Thank you, nothing from you.
Cross, Ms. Ridgway.
Officer Reyna, you were driving, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're the one who pulled over your scout cars.
That's true.
And you did that because of the allegedly obstructed rear window of this Ford Focus.
Correct.
You didn't really notice anything else about this car, right?
Correct.
It had all its mirrors
As far as I know, yes, ma'am.
and it was operating fine.
Yes.
I have no further questions.
No, be correct.
You can step down. Watch your step, Chris.
Your Honor, people rest.
Any defense witnesses
No,
ready for argument?
Any case happens thousands of times across the United States per day, maybe not Saturday and Sunday. You have police officers on patrol in a marked vehicle, Judge. They observe a car with obstructed view for the driver. They initiate a traffic stop. In doing so, they learn that the defendant had a suspended license. And as you know, Judge, that's an arrestable offense. They arrested her. They search her, incident to the arrest. And it's unclear as to who did what. Collectively, the 2 of them confiscated the drugs, and you know that they followed procedure. You've heard from both of them as to what happened to the controlled substance. We would seek a bind over his charge.
Counsel.
Your Honor, this case was a violation of Miss Irick's Fourth Amendment rights, and she was pulled over for this alleged infraction. MCL 257.709 clearly states that a person shall not drive a motor vehicle if driver visibility through the rear window is obstructed unless the vehicle is equipped with 2 mirrors, 1 on each side.
Under Michigan Motor Vehicle Code Section 257.709, driving with an obstructed rear window is only a traffic infraction if the vehicle lacks 2 functioning side mirrors, 1 on each side. If those mirrors are present, the obstruction is legal. And if the obstruction is legal, an officer has no probable cause to initiate a traffic stop. Under the 4th Amendment and decades of Supreme Court precedent, everything found during an unlawful stop is inadmissible in court.
So the only way that they could have had probable cause to pull over Miss Irick on this day is if her back vehicle was obstructed and she was missing 1 of her 2 side mirrors. We just heard Officer Reyna say nothing else was wrong with the vehicle. There was no probable cause to stop the car. That is from Wren versus the United States. That is established law. There was no probable cause to believe a traffic violation happened.
Mr. Kaplan, argument.
Well, thank you. Heard unequivocal testimony that that vehicle, the silver Ford Focus 2012, had an obstructed rear window. That's dangerous. It's dangerous driving that way. It could lead to accidents. Legislature doesn't want that. In this case, that's what she had. It's a question of fact for the jury beyond.
Just briefly, Your Honor, whether or not it's dangerous,
Is there a reread argument?
Yeah, because I didn't like yours.
the police have to follow the law. They both testified that they're police officers, that they know the law. They pulled Miss Irick over outside of their bounds as law enforcement. Okay, I understand seeing something obstructed and thinking, oh, maybe she can't see, but unless you have probable cause to pull somebody over for a traffic infraction, you cannot do that. And from this infraction, Miss Irick was arrested, a search was conducted. That is all fruit of the poisonous tree in this case. Thank you.
How is it probable cause if it's not a infraction?
Obstructed window, obstructed rear window is an offense. And it's dangerous.
But she just read me the statute. And it said that the obstructed window is only an infraction if she doesn't have side mirrors.
You have to hear any evidence about it.
I did. She asked him if he noticed anything else about the car. Did it have its mirrors? And he said, as far as I know.
Understood. We take the position that had he not stopped that vehicle, could have been a very serious accident.
Could have been. But I drive an F-150 with a cap on the back and I can't see spit out of my window other than headlights at night. Dismissed. Good police work doesn't always end up with convictions.
Thank you.
Cassandra Irick walked into that courtroom facing drug possession charges stemming from a traffic stop on December 19th, 2025. The drugs were real. The arrest was real. The evidence was sitting in a Michigan State Police lab waiting to be analyzed. But none of that mattered because the stop that led to all of it was not legal. Under Michigan's own motor vehicle code, an obstructed rear window is only an infraction if the car has no side mirrors. That car had side mirrors. The officer confirmed it himself on the stand. Without a valid infraction, there was no probable cause. Without probable cause, there was no lawful stop. And without a lawful stop, everything that followed, the discovery of the suspended license, the arrest, the search, the drugs, became what courts call the fruit of the poisonous tree. Inadmissible, untouchable, gone. The judge didn't hesitate. He referenced his own truck, a vehicle he drives every day where he can't see out the back window. And then he said two words. Good police work, the judge told that courtroom, doesn't always end up with convictions. What happens to Cassandra Irick's suspended license charge and what the Ronald Lewis Police Department does with the evidence sitting in that drop box is still an open question. But the drug case that started with a blocked rear window ended the moment her attorney read 4 lines from a Michigan statute. One sentence in the law. That's all it took. Subscribe to Court Archives Official and stay in the room. Like if you think the judge made the right call, comment below. Did Cassandra Irick get what she deserved, or did the system work exactly as it should? And share this with someone who needs to see it.